Maps on my floor, plans that I drew, every red line pulling me from you. I chased every road till the roads ran out. Now it's cracked dry ground and a quiet doubt. But in the still, I hear you call my name through the static of my shame. You're my true north when the compass bends, when the night pulls hard and the dark creeps in. You cut through the noise with love that won't move. Jesus, you're the center. Every road comes back to you.
We're alive. Welcome back, everybody, to True North Christian Media. My name's Matt. Above me
I'm Kyle.
is Kyle, and above
Vince.
him is Vince. Nice. One of these days, we're going to get into a rhythm of doing this. Because some nights, it's nobody wants to talk.
Well, we actually made a plan.
Some nights you introduce me, some nights you wait for me to introduce myself, but then that just causes awkward pauses. And either way, I love that we start every single one of these with just absolute chaos. It's just
So anyway, so I told y'all last night about my son's rabbits getting out and him thinking that one was dead and all that.
blood everywhere. Yep.
And then he found it and everything was cool. Well, this morning he goes out there and he had put a different rabbit in that rabbit hutch, and he's like, the rabbit's gone. It's dead. I'm pretty sure it's dead. I was like,
Oh no.
and this time he's like, this time it was broken inwards, so something broke in, and the rabbit was missing.
no.
I was like, oh man. And I went out there and I looked around and he's like, it's really weird. There's this track around the rabbit hutch, like something ran around it and got the rabbit all worked up and then broke in. And I was like, oh, that man, I wonder how they managed that with the dogs here. Cause the dogs, they're close, but there was storms last night. I was like, maybe they missed it because of the storms. Either way, so we get back home today, and about maybe an hour ago, I look outside, and our blue heeler is doing that around the other rabbit hutch.
Oh,
And I'm like, so I shot her with a BB gun, and then my son, light bulb moment, he's like, she didn't kill the rabbit. She just chased it off. So he's going around and he's looking around, and he's out up by the chicken pen, and out of the corner of his eye, he sees a little fluffy white tail disappear under the deck of our mower. And so the rabbit had gotten under the lawnmower to get away from the dog, and apparently had spent the whole day there. So Dave the rabbit is safe and back in a more solid chicken or a rabbit hutch now, and the dog she was in a pen, but she got out already because it's not meant for dogs. It's meant for like generally containing waterfowl. But yeah, she's in for a rude awakening. I may do that tomorrow. I think that's on the list of things to do, to rudely awaken the dog.
Rudely awaken the dog. How does one rudely awaken a dog? Never mind. Don't answer that. I don't want to get banned on YouTube. Have animal activists in here or something.
Don't say the word. If you say the word, that calls them. It's
Yeah.
Listen, we're about to be released on Facebook. Okay, like we just need just like another week.
Yeah. We're 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
Solid.
Yeah. And we're about to surpass 1,300 subs, so that's even more interesting. And I did try to skip today, and unbeknownst to me, Vincent was recording me, so there is video of it. It did happen. It wasn't very great.
It's not very good
no.
video. I think we need that was a test run. No one has seen that video.
Well,
no one's seen that video.
That's not my problem.
No, you said you would skip on camera for us. You need to. That's something you need to post. That needs to be a reel. We need a real quality skipping video.
Quality. It's keyword there.
You know what?
To keep the standards.
Here's the thing. I've already fulfilled what I said I was going to do. Somebody recorded me trying to skip. That was all I agreed to. I didn't agree to anything more. So here's the thing. Y'all get the Facebook page up to 100. I'll do an actual video however you want me to do it, and we'll post it.
All right.
Because I've fulfilled my part already. Somebody recorded me trying to skip. If y'all want to post that, be my guest. Or you can get the Facebook page up to 100 people, and you can do as you will with, I will not make any restriction to it.
Looking up pink tutus as we speak.
So
you might should have put some restrictions on it.
Well, okay. I mean, within reason. Like, let's not be unreasonable.
I know.
I mean, like, if you want to make some sort of production thing out of this, like where you actually have me doing something as I'm trying to skip, that's fine. But we're not gonna make this a 20-minute video of me trying to look stupid. So,
it's gonna be
not
a whole
trying.
Montage.
We can accomplish that in way less than 20 minutes. We need one of the rainbow hats with the propeller on top. We need some bubbles.
I say within reason.
If you can buy it retail,
well, you know what?
Where does reasonality lie?
Okay, here's the thing.
At what point do we get unreasonable?
Y'all have work to do if y'all want that to happen, because I'm not doing this. So if y'all want this to happen, y'all have to get the Facebook page over 100.
And by y'all, he means
by you and you. So not me.
And everybody listening.
Because here's the thing.
Go follow True North Christian Media on Facebook.
Please do. I doubt we'll get there anytime soon. We've been on Facebook since January, and we're just now at 68, I think.
I mean, most of our stuff has been on YouTube.
No, for 4 months we were on stinking Facebook.
Yeah, but then everything exploded on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think once we convert over, then...
Oh, we're not converting over. The lives will convert over.
That's fair.
Well, your kids are awesome. I like your kids. They always make me giggle a little bit. Both sides using legalistic terms. We might need a lawyer involved. Listen. I know my way around contracts pretty well, so.
The small print.
Yeah. That's part of my job, is reviewing IT contracts as far as like the terms of like where data is stored, what's allowed to be stored, how it's to be stored, like all sorts of things. I'm constantly reading legal contracts. So, and I have a team of lawyers at work that I can take things to and be like, hey, does this play out for me, or does this benefit the other guy? So,
like, I'm trying to think, because there's like a never-ending list of things that I am just not good at, but trying to think of something that I can join in with you so that it's not just spotlight on you. I mean, fly down. If you could do something.
If you could go a whole day without saying something stupid, I mean, I think that would almost.
That's a challenge in itself.
I know. I love you.
However,
you're an awesome guy.
Challenge accepted. The funny part is that I could go a whole day without saying something stupid. The moment I call you and say, "Hey, I didn't say nothing stupid today," that's something stupid, and I've lost for the day.
Yes, you have.
They have invented the vow of silence.
Ooh.
What?
They've invented a vow of silence. Like, this isn't a new thing. You could just not talk for a day.
Or the next couple of years, whatever you want to do. You know, it's up to you. We'll leave it there for you. What is Kyle doing? Oh, he's on mute. I was like, wait, what is going on? I thought this was something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stroke.
Yep.
Look at that.
And he's back.
Praise hands.
Oh, my natural alarm system was going off.
For what? What else do you do at this time every day?
A fly could hit the window at the wrong speed and she'll go nuts.
Oh, I thought you said your internal alarm clock.
No, my internal alarm system. Meaning the dogs.
Oh. I mean, would you consider that internal? Internal feels like an inward thing.
It's inside the house.
If anyone says it internal alarm,
check that as my stupid thing for the day. Well,
it's not talking about your dogs.
Restart. What? We just got done talking about yours. What?
He's saying. What? He's saying when people refer to an internal alarm, they're not referring to a dog. That's what he said, Kyle.
They're referring to the alarm that automatically goes off inside their head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's constantly going off. I don't listen to that anymore.
That's called tinnitus, bud.
I think you've got a bad clock spring in your car. The horn's just going off constantly. Like,
yeah, I don't listen to the internal alarm. My
right.
Yes. Moving on.
Well, failed day 1. Let's try day 2. So we made a video or a couple of songs about Kyle and not being able to smile right. So the first one I sent to Vincent, it's a Latin song, and it's hilarious, right? Like the voice is funny. It's just a funny song. So then I was like, okay, well, let's try a country song and let's see what that sounds like. It sounds like Shania Twain, and in the chorus it goes, Kyle, God bless your heart, you don't smile right. So then I was like, oh, I'm still not satisfied with this. I was like, all right, make it silly. And then it was a comedic. It was like the next one was like a John
metal.
No, it was a John Mayer style song about his grandma's, I don't know, disdain for his smile. And then we went to there was a comedy one that just sounded really cheesy. And then we went heavy metal with it. and then I was like, after the heavy metal one, I go, make it insulting. And it was like, Kyle, shut your face. That's the opening line to it.
I'm trying to remember the verse where I was like he was fighting between his between self-control and joy, and the joy won.
Oh yeah.
It was something along those lines, but yeah, that one cracked me up.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Made me laugh. And the joy won.
Yeah. Some of those songs were pretty funny.
Whichever one we land on, I would love to have that. I'm gonna send it to my mom.
You should send it to your grandma. Why would you send it to your mom? Send it to your grandma.
Shit. How old? 89?
What?
92?
She's got a phone,
somewhere up in there. She doesn't know how to work social media.
It's not working social media. You send her a text message with the link, she clicks on it, and it opens up and plays.
That's fair. Could do that too.
Yeah. And then your grandma's gonna see you again and point fingers at you and go, "Why do you listen to this music? It's no good. It's too loud."
Mama says that AI is the devil.
I don't know. It's coming out with some banger worship
Yeah, it
songs.
is, man. So I played it for Pastor Justin. When we went out to lunch, I was like, "Hey, you want to hear something cool?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I put it on. He was like, "Oh man, what is this?" And I was like, "This is AI." He goes, "No way." And I go, "Yeah." And he was like, "I need a playlist of it. Can you send them all to me?" And I said, "Yeah." So I sent him a crap ton of them. It's good. Like, it's legit good. Because normally, like, AI stuff, it sounds like either Chris Daughtry or Shania Twain. You know, like, there's not really a good vocal range between what people sound like on AI, but you know, it is what it is. It's fun. It's fun to mess with.
I wonder how AI would sound if we tried to use Phil Wickham's voice.
I've tried.
It doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
No.
You should ask AI what AI sounds like without taking into account anybody's voice.
Nobody
Like,
wants
ask
to hear
AI
that.
what his No, I wanna know. I
So
wanna know what
it developed its own language. So you wouldn't understand what it's saying, number one. Number two, it gives direction to itself to update itself now, which is very eerie.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's doing things that it should not be doing. But it's in its own language. Like it developed a whole language that humans cannot understand. Some of the
you would just have to give it a prompt to use English.
what are
And
those?
not its own language.
What's the people that study languages? A linguist?
A linguist.
Yeah.
Linguist, yeah.
I read somewhere where they put, because there's a monument outside the CIA that some of the top what's that? What are the people that decode things? What are those people called?
Decoders?
Cryptographers?
Yeah, something to that effect. But there's a puzzle out in front of the CIA that some of the top people that have worked there have not been able to decipher or to get the message out of it. Anyway, they're saying that they've put the same people onto trying to learn the language that AI is speaking, and nobody can figure it out. So I guess what AI did is it was like it created a language to where there's no repeating themes, like to where you can't say like, oh, there's an A here and an A here. And they're trying to figure out how they recognize or distinguish the difference between the same quote unquote letter, but in a different word. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's too weird for me to even understand. All right, we're about to get started, but real quick before we do, if you haven't visited the giveaway link, so crazy turn of events. This was supposed to be a 500 sub giveaway. It's now turned into a 500 sub and 1,000 sub giveaway because we did that within a day, unfortunately. So now,
fortunately,
it's fortunately, but you know,
fortunately,
it's okay, whatever. Anyway, if you haven't gone, all you got to do is type in the comments Bible and hit follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Those are the only three things. If we don't start getting people by Wednesday, any kind of replies, I'm going to open it up to our families because our families, they support us. And, you know, I really wanted to give everybody a shot, but we're not getting the participation I thought we would. So, that's okay. And that's fine. Like if we give a Bible and a hat away to one of our family members, that's fine. But I'm going to give it a couple of days to see if anything changes or gains traction. If it does, then we'll revisit it. But I am thinking about opening it up to families because I think that's only fair.
Yep.
So, other than that, let's go ahead and dive into this one. Today's devotional is titled "A Mother's Influence." Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Yeah. A lot of great mothers out there. So pray that God would help you see opportunities to invest in young hearts and point them toward Christ. So I think this is more geared towards moms and their influence on the kids growing up here. I think that's where this might take us just based off that. So the first verse that we're going to look at is Proverbs 22:6, and the second one is 2 Timothy 1:5. Kyle, you want the 2 Timothy, and Vincent, you mind doing Proverbs for me?
Sure.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Okay. Kyle, go ahead, sir.
Okay. I am reminded of your sincere faith, a faith that dwelt first in your grandmother Lois and your mother
Eunice.
Eunice. Thank you. And now I am sure dwells in you as well.
I feel like I'm reminded of your sincere faith, the faith that first dwelt in your. Okay, so it's showing generationally the impact from the grandma to. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get into the devotional. It says, if someone asked to name the greatest and most influential people, we'd probably think of the presidents or leaders of industry because their decisions shaped the world. But who shaped them? It's likely their mothers played a key role in their success. When a woman is in the process of changing diapers, wiping noses, and settling squabbles, raising children may not seem like important work. However, God has given mothers the responsibility of shaping those young lives and teaching the importance of knowing and loving Him. Timothy is an example of how women can impact the faith of the next generation. If you're a mom, you have a tremendous influence in the lives of your children. There's no way to know how God will use them in the future. But whatever his plans may be, you can equip your sons and daughters by determining to spend time with them each day, reading and teaching them God's Word. Perhaps you don't have children, or your children are grown. You can still have an impact. Look for those to whom you can be a spiritual parent, teaching and loving them as Christ did. When they see you modeling godly character or trusting the Lord in the midst of trials, they will want to know and love God as you do. That's a wonderful way to support the next generation. Okay, so before we start adding our input to this, to the moms that are in the chat, I would like to get y'all's take first. What are some of the things that stand out to you? Because this is a devotional for you. What are some of the things that stand out to you? And um, maybe give some examples of what you do in your house to raise kids up or mentor somebody if you do any of that. And obviously we'll have to give you a minute to think, and if you even want to share, that's fine too. But for
Can I
some,
share something that happened today
yeah,
while we're waiting?
yeah,
It's really interesting that Proverbs 22:6 came up here because I'm standing in church and Billy Bundy comes up to me
mm-hmm,
and he starts talking to me. And because I think we talked about raising children and things like that a little bit
mm-hmm,
on Wednesday night, and that came up. And he's like, I was going to bring it up then, but I wanted to tell you. And he brought up Proverbs 22:6.
mm-hmm,
He started speaking into me about, raising children
mm-hmm,
and how, you raise them right now. And even if they do fall away at some point, they have a foundation to come back to.
yeah,
They have that foundation that you've laid
mm-hmm,
there for them. And it was a really, wonderful talk.
yeah,
And it didn't take him long. It was quiet, and it just kind of had a word for me, and he
mm-hmm,
shared it. And I think it's really interesting that it just happened to come back around now to here,
yeah,
because for a second I listened to him, I listened intently, and then or later I was like, what verse was that?
mm,
What was it? I had to go track it back down because I was like, I can't forget this,
yeah,
you know. But here it is.
yep, there it is. That's awesome. Billy's a very wise guy, very gentle soul. I like him. Um, okay, we don't have anything yet, but I'm sure we'll start with our stuff, and as things come up, we'll make it a priority to hear from the moms above what we're doing. So, um, you made a good point about laying a foundation, to always have something to run back to, and that kind of sparked a thought in my mind of, when I grew up, my mom and dad had us in church, it was something that I grew up with. But had they not been that way, and I wandered off into the military and lived the life that I lived, would I have had something to run back to? You know what I mean? I could still be lost to this day had my mom and dad not laid a foundation for me as a kid to even know who Jesus is, to even know, you know, the gospel and what it means and all this and all these things, you know. So, oh, I'm reading your message, Kyle.
Oh, you're good.
Nah. Um, it's just one of those things that you made a very good point. And I started kind of thinking at it from that perspective, and I think that's it's very important because my mom did shape at least a huge part of my spiritual foundation by having me in the church as a young kid, you know. But I won't. I mean, but here's the thing. Also, like, you know, I have a fantastic mom. I have a fantastic mother-in-law, and my wife is a fantastic mother. So generationally, like I'm seeing, you know, that Second Timothy thing kind of play out because now our daughter is going to, you know, be raised knowing who Jesus is. So I just think it's a really cool thing. Um, but I'm not a mom and I can't really speak on some of this. I just know that I just know that they do have a huge influence in children, and they're a vital piece of the family.
Agreed.
You know, there's the lineup here when a woman is in the process of changing diapers, wiping noses, settling squabbles, raising children, may not seem like important work, and I think that's one of the things that our modern culture has inverted. It has it on its head. Is that somehow being a mother is less important than anything else in the world? You're talking about the one honest to goodness thing that women can do that no one else can,
Yeah,
and it's somehow less important than a 9 to 5 job.
right.
It can now it granted, I think what they're saying here is it seems less glamorous at times. You are dealing with dirty little creatures who have bad tempers naturally and are little, I call them little want monsters.
uh,
I'll say that, like, don't be a little want monster, uh, because that's, you know, that's what you deal with. You deal with little people that lack impulse control, and there can it's difficult
yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
but oftentimes difficult things are the only things worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, yeah, easy things are free, right?
Yeah.
They what is I don't have the exact words in my head. The I know the way is it's about the narrow way versus the wide path.
Mm,
The way is narrow that leads to the Lord, and the path is wide that leads to damnation.
yeah.
Um, and just like that in life, a lot of times the hard path is the one that you want to take,
Mm, yeah.
and that includes cleaning up after people. And but there's a deep amount of care in that,
Yeah.
and it's this weird inversion. We think that it's dirty, it's nasty, and except it's also hard, which hard things are worth doing. But
Mm,
even if they are, you know, dirty things that you have to clean up, and it's it's not easy. And if easy things are, you know, the clean things, the beautiful things, then that's usually what we call bait
mm-hmm.
in nature. You know, you see something beautiful and easily, you know, acquired, when you're walking around out in nature, that's usually that's what bait looks like.
Mm.
You dangle bait in front of things so that they'll go and try and get it, and they fall into your trap. I guess where I'm going with this is that motherhood and the raising of children is not there's a C.S. Lewis quote. Oh, Zach used it recently. It's the most important job.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most important job. And while there are other things that we do in our lives, and I'm not saying those aren't important, but they are secondary,
Mm-hmm.
and they should be secondary.
Yeah. Yeah. That verse that you were referring to, it was Matthew 7:13-14, and it says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it."
Yes.
And only if you find it.
So, Kyle, what'd you think?
That sentence in the third paragraph, this the second sentence. There's no way to know how God will use them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And like that stood out to me because it brought into, my testimony of, being raised a Jehovah's Witness. And like I still remember, sitting down in the room, us reading the Bible stories, us learning about King David,
Mm-hmm.
us learning about Meshach, Leshach, and Abednego, still learning all of those, stories from the Bible. Um, and additionally, it was my mother that kind of instilled a lot of the fruits of the spirit within me. I had to look them up again, but the love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, like a lot of those she instilled into me so that I can do what I'm doing today. Having that gentleness, having that love for others, having that empathy, though those aren't listed on the fruits of the spirit, like they all fall into one or the other. But it was her hand that kind of raised me up that way to be who I am today. So though I'm not, what you guys were saying before, that foundation to go back to when you stray or when you wander, I kind of found a new path, a new foundation, the true path. um those instillment of the virtues inside of me were still instilled from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I love my mom. I love my mom's mom, my grandmother, you know and additionally, like, I was saying that, a woman's responsibility is shaping those young lives. And with my wife being a teacher, you know she gets to do that every single day. I don't know how she does it every single day, because coming home just smelling of, puke and everything else, if she comes home smelling like, God bless you, I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. But
Mm-hmm.
you know yeah, that they're shaping lives every single day. It's not an easy task.
Mm-hmm. Kaylani had a couple of comments. She said, "I was literally changing a diaper and couldn't comment." The first thing that stands out to me is our need to be intentional. Training up a child is an action and a command. It shouldn't be taken lightly.
Mhm.
Also, hopefully you have generations of wisdom to learn from, but if you are a first generation Christian learning to raise children, you should find a mentor and someday for sure be a mentor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what that last paragraph is really hitting home about. It says, if you don't have children, or your children are grown, you can still have an impact. Look for those to whom you can be a spiritual parent, teaching and loving them as Christ did. Um, you know, that can be shown to anybody. That it can be motherly, it can be fatherly, it can be, a host of different things in that aspect. So yeah, I think that's important to consider as we're parents in this world, that not only are we modeling for our children, and once our children are grown, that doesn't mean that there's not another generation of children coming up that may need that mentorship and that experience and all that thing to have an example, you know what I mean, as their frame of reference, because a lot of kids may not have that in their home or in their lives. So I think it's important to consider that as well. So that's good. Um, did you find that C.S. Lewis quote? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. Oh, it's a misquote. It's the meat and potatoes of this article. Keep going.
Okay.
And I was gonna say, like, the children that you raise up, hopefully you're setting them up for success, for them to be examples and mentors themselves.
Mhm.
Once they hit that stage, you can still look for those that need mentors, that need that guidance, but
Yeah.
hopefully you've set up your kids for that role
Mhm.
as well.
I mean, I know what my wife does, and it's, you know, well, what my wife does is everything, to be honest with you. But she makes sure the kids read their Bible in the morning, right? Like, she reads her Bible, she gets up, she goes and has a cup of coffee, and she spends time in the Word. That's her routine. But it's also the routine for our kids as well, where they get up and they, my wife reads to my son because he can't read yet, and then
Mhm.
my daughter reads. So but it's also one of those things where they see their mom at church raising her hands, worshiping the Lord, listening intently, being an example to our kids to what it looks like. um Kehlani said, Vincent and I were talking today about how if you have a career, you can rely on your strengths, but as a parent, you have to grow in your weakness to do it correctly. We definitely have to rely on God. Yeah. Yeah,
Amen.
there is no like um what do you call it? Like an evaluation report that you get every year saying how well you're doing in areas of improvement you need. Like it it's very much so like, you know, it's got to be a self-recognized thing to where you acknowledge that this is a weakness in my parenting, and um you have no other option but to be better. Like you can't fail your children because you choose to be um I guess lazy is not really the word, but you just fail to you fail to do what's good. You fail to do what's right. um
Okay.
what do you got?
So, according to the website essentialcslewis.com, the quote I was looking for is children are not a distraction from more important work. They are the most important work. However, this appears to be a misquote that is actually derived from a one Dr. John Trainer, who can actually prove that it was first put out into the ether in December of 2012, uh, and has often been misquoted as C.S. Lewis.
Hmm.
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 That's kind of wild that somebody can prove that they said something first, especially after
Well,
the
they,
fact
they
of one's life. You know what I mean? Like,
they can prove that they published it first, not necessarily they said it first, but
yeah.
Right. He could
published it.
well, because you can do you have the ability to do a quotation word search of all of C.S. Lewis's combined works and see if he ever said that thing
Mm.
or something similar, or a quotation that includes these 3 or 4 or 5 key words. And once you get up to 5 or 6, you're dealing with a specificity that is beyond random chance. So that's interesting. It's a good quote, but apparently it's not C.S. Lewis.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And that's what I was doing this whole time.
Ah, well, I mean, the more you know.
It's still a great quote.
It's in a book.
Yeah.
It's reading rainbow.
Did y'all happen to touch on when they see you modeling godly character or trusting the Lord in the midst of trials?
Yeah, kind of. Like we were talking about being a mentor and what it looks like, to loving them as Christ did, to being a spiritual parent, teaching and loving them. Yeah, I don't know if we actually hit that sentence, but that is, you know, well, maybe we didn't hit
Well,
that deep enough. Go ahead.
it that immediately made me think of that quote that apparently I threw out there, that if our children see us obeying, they see him. If they see us disobeying, they see us. Right.
Yeah.
So this is more of that, and there's nothing that will turn our children away from God as much as seeing us disobey him. As much, nothing quite as much as seeing your parent do something and seeing that, well, I know that that's God's commandment says something else, right? So why is my parent, who says this is important and that this is the rock on which their house is built, doing something that's the opposite?
Yeah.
And I think growing up is realizing that that's because your parents were imperfect people, right? And I think just sitting here thinking about it, the longer it takes for you to realize that your parents are imperfect people, that they are sinful people, no matter how good they seem to be, the longer that takes, the harder it is to really and truly start to understand the necessity of Christ and his sacrifice and what he has done for us, and to start leaning on that and then be guided in that and not lean on your parents.
Yeah.
And so it's never about being a perfect parent, right? It's about being better than you were, accepting responsibility when you've done something wrong, accepting correction, and modeling that and showing that you are working towards something, being the kind of creature that he wants you to be. I think that's what we're modeling here.
Yeah.
Or should be. I know, this one's geared towards moms, but we're all parents here.
Yeah.
So
no, 100%. Yeah. Let's see, Haley, if you're listening, I would love to hear your thoughts. I second that. Kaylani, thank you for calling that out. Professional Zach said, "Brother, I had the Reading Rainbow song stuck in my head all week. I don't know why. Crazy how you just sang it." Yeah, there is that.
There's no such thing as coincidences.
Yeah.
No, like that's my secret cap. I always have the Reading Rainbow song. Turns into a giant monster. Anyway,
I remember watching that as a kid. I liked it.
Okay.
Now I wish I could just listen to it.
Going back to what you were saying, Vincent, about us being parents and us having to set the examples and us having to show the kids what is right and wrong. We just went through a professional development course where they harped on a specific message and it kind of stuck with me. But the standard that you're willing to step over is a standard that you're willing to accept. And I think that can go for everything, to include biblically, where if you're willing to either look the other way for a specific action, a specific sin, again, like you were saying, the kids are going to be able to see that, and they're going to follow in your footsteps because you're the one that's setting that example.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll wish that word hadn't slipped out. Because they shouldn't be saying definitely, but oh, you always got a good reason to say it, right?
Mm.
Well, no, you probably don't. And you especially don't when they're there,
Yeah.
right? Oh, the other day I told one of them, I told one of them to shut up, and I'm like, I should not have done that. I should not have done that. And because it's then I'll hear one of them say it to each other, and unfortunately, there's also a song that the word "shut up" features heavily in it, and they love to sing that song, and unfortunately, also that song, they kind of shout that line. And so one time I was in the van and I was talking and I just hear my 5-year-old yell, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "What did you just say to me?" Have you ever heard the song "Shut Up and Dance"?
Yeah.
Shut up
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
dance with me. Yeah,
Not the song I thought you were thinking about, but yes, I have heard that.
yeah. That's
That's
the
just
one, and like they've heard that song, they love it, and they like to dance around, and like, but they yell that line, "Shut up and dance with me,"
Mhm.
and so I just thought my 5-year-old was yelling at me to shut up, and I was like, "Today's the day." And my wife's like, "No, no, hold on, he's singing, he loves to sing in the car." I'm like, "Son, were you singing a song?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, now I have to calm down."
Yeah.
Uh, anyway.
It's funny. We used to sing that same song with Addie. That's so funny. That and the song Fireflies by Owl City.
Oh, dudes. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll leave that alone.
Kyle still likes that song. Yeah.
Well, that's where this is derived from. Like there's a firefly on
Oh.
the clock.
Oh.
Because I used to sing that song to my daughter when she was just a wee little thing.
Huh. Did you put a cyclops above
Just
her
a week
bed?
No.
I always thought that was the weirdest. That was the weirdest line of that song. A cyclops above my bed.
Oh,
A disco
oh!
ball is hanging by
I was
a thread.
like,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw the music video. I thought you were making a reference to the music video. I was like, that must have been a weird. Okay, but yeah,
It
you're
is a
right.
weird music video. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. It's really weird. The toys come alive and they're doing all sorts of wild things. Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
My wife liked Owl City for a while.
Yeah. It's good.
But
I think her and her sisters maybe when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like going back to what you were saying about the shut up. I had a similar experience like with my outburst towards the dogs. Again, as you guys saw earlier when they're barking. When I outlash at them, my youngest is kind of picking up on that, and then when I see her outlash, like, hey, like, don't yell at them. Like, well, you do. Like, you're right. Like, thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'll correct as soon as possible.
Yeah, but I have dad voice and they listen to me.
That seems to be a real thing because I'm the same way.
Yes. Yep.
I only have to adjust the tone of my voice slightly, and my kids stop doing whatever it is they're doing and looking at me. And I'm like,
yep.
Okay, I don't have to yell. I just got to go, hey. Give him that crazy face.
Yeah, just the crazy eye.
Yeah.
See, that's our role as fathers.
Yeah.
Just get the crazy eye down. So then because if you just tweak that tone just a little bit, get the crazy eye down, get their attention, then go listen to your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one time, I made an entire splash pad of children stop and stare, except for my son, who was doing something he shouldn't have. Every kid stopped and looked at me, except my son. It's like, so the voice works.
Yeah.
But he's immune. I think he was 5 or 6 or something, and he just kept doing. I forget. I don't even know what he was doing.
It's funny because my wife at nighttime, she'll go kids, time to get ready for bed. And she's yelling at them in the room, like to get them to come out and to go brush their teeth or whatever from playing. And they won't hear it. And I can go, "La, la, 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 la," and I'll just do that. And they'll immediately come out of the room and go get ready. It was like, I yelled it, and all you had to do is just say it a little bit louder and just speak gibberish, and they're doing exactly what you need them to do. I'm like, yeah, it's a gift.
It is. But I mean, it's teaching them that the healthy fear that we need to have for our Heavenly Father as well. Bring it up, connecting all the dots.
Yeah,
I'm understanding.
Yeah, you think that we're rough? Our Heavenly Father is. He's very powerful.
Yes, he is.
He's all powerful, actually.
With less.
Yeah. Man, this is one of those ones that, I'm just thankful for the moms. Thankful for the moms in my life. My wife. They're just all fantastic people, man. I know, but just from how Vincent raises his kids, that him and his wife are amazing parents, amazing wife, amazing husband. So, Kyle, obviously, same thing with you. Yep. We got a lot to be thankful for, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have moms, and there's a lot of people that may not have that great relationship with their mom. So maybe we remember them tonight in our prayer, and then, maybe pray for some mended relationships if that's what needs to happen. So, does anybody have anything they would like to add?
Love your mom. That's all I got.
Perfect. Beautifully said, Kyle.
I love you, Mama. I think the one thing I would add is just reinforce something that was said in here is that, if you don't have children, if you're of whatever age and you don't have children, you can be a mentor to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the church, you can encourage, you can, participate, you can be there.
Yeah.
Because that's the one of the beautiful things about the women in our lives is they have so much empathy and desire to help and be a help to others.
Yeah.
And it comes so natural to them that it seems foreign to us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that desire to help, it helps bind everything together.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes life work together.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the gifts that many women have.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to be cherished and glorified.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that separates us, but it's that way for a reason.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That is good. Okay, well, Kyle, do you have anything, final thoughts that you want to add? You good?
Negative.
Copy.
Solid.
Yep. I don't have anything to add either. So, let's go ahead and close this out in prayer, and then, do y'all want to hear a song? Because we have a couple that we could play, some snippets. Maybe we just do the chorus of each one. It's up to you. I'll let chat dictate if we even do this. But we made a song about Kyle. It's called "You Don't Smile Good." AI wrote the song. We have it in Latin. We have it in metal. We have it in country. We have it in like a John Mayer style weird acoustic thing. It's super weird. And then we have it in comedic, silly, I don't even know. It's like a Ray Stevens kind of song about.
Okay, I have a prompt. Poorly done acoustic guitar version sung by Heath Ledger's Joker. You don't smile right.
If it wouldn't take a little bit of time for it to render, I would do it live on here so we could share it. That, and you never know what AI is gonna put into a song, so I don't really want to do it off the cusp.
You gotta put in the prompt like, keep it Christian, keep it family friendly.
Make it insulting, but keep it clean.
Yes.
Yeah, forget the Joker then.
Yeah. Anyway, Kehlani said my son says yes. Okay, well, then we will do it just to satisfy that requirement.
He's one of our biggest supporters.
Yeah, ask your son which version he wants to hear. He can hear the Latin, the metal, or the country. I don't think the other two are even worth playing.
See, I still like the metal one. The metal one is the first
one. Which one? The female one?
Like the first one. The second one chronologically, not the one that we went up to.
All right.
The country. Okay.
My son says country. Okay, or country. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna pray us out, and then we'll transition to some funny time. All right. Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We're thankful for the opportunity to gather in your name and to have fun learning about you, to have conversation about you. But today is a special day. It's for the mothers in our lives, whether that be a spouse, our mom, our grandma, even considering the verse in Timothy about generationally and how throughout the generations, how a grandma can impact a mother and how that mother can impact her daughter. You know, Father, I pray that we would remember that, and that we would raise our kids so that they would raise their kids knowing you. Let it start with us if it hasn't been before us. Let us be a family that, like Pastor Zach said today, or Pastor Justin, he said, I want my kids to grow up never knowing a time that they didn't know Jesus. And Father, I pray that for all the mothers and for all the parents out there, the fathers and the mothers, that would be the goalpost in our lives that we're aiming towards. Father, I'm thankful for my mom and all the mother figures that are in my life. I'm thankful that, as Vince stated earlier about having that foundation to fall back to, I'm glad that you gave me a mom that laid a foundation for me to fall back to in my darkest time. I'm thankful for that. Father, I pray, we don't know who's listening, but Father, we have started gathering people from all over the world. And I pray for those people tonight, if they're listening, that you would be with them, that your hand would be upon them, that peace would fill them, that you would bring them comfort, that your love would be revealed to them. And we're thankful for what you've blessed us with, Father. We will never remember or never abandon that thought of gratefulness. So, Father, I pray that you just watch over us and protect us this week. All of our families, everybody that's in here, everybody that listens, I just pray that you would just watch over us and that you would guide us this week in all your ways. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Okay. Everybody watching, we are done with the devotional part. If you came for that, you may not like what's left, but here's what we're going to do. We always end it with a little bit of conversation. Tonight's going to be a little bit funnier. I'm going to play a couple of songs, or I'm going to play a song uh, titled, I can't remember what the country title is, but it's about Kyle and his grandma. His grandma doesn't like the way that he smiles in pictures because he smiles too big, and she thinks that he doesn't smile right. So let me get this pulled up if y'all want to have a little bit of chat while I'm doing that, so I can. And I don't know how I'm going to actually. How am I gonna get?
Doesn't know how.
Let me see if I can figure out how to.
He's unsure of what's going on.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think we might be good. All right, so Suno. Where's my library? There it is. Okay. A beat comedic pop. Nope. This is okay. The song is titled Polaroid Kyle. is is how this is written. So let's see. Suno. There it is. Let me shrink this down. Okay. Let's see. I think it is. I need to unmute this. Let me know if y'all can hear this. It wasn't that one? Was it this?
No, can't hear nothing.
Can't hear.
Oh. It's showing that it's. Are y'all watching on the phone? It should show up in stream.
Hold on.
I mean, it's showing you click and play and pause. Yes.
Oh, it's coming through on the live. We just can't hear it. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not getting it on.
Okay.
Oh, because I have it muted.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Cow comes by on Sundays, hat pushed low, boots all clean. I say, me ho, that chin up like you ain't never seen a screen. He stands there stiff as fence posts, then he tries to grin for me. Ends up looking like he's testing how much one jaw can disagree. I pat his cheek and say, come on, hijo, let it flow. 1, 2, 3, now hold it. Like you're sweet on the photo. You don't smile right. You don't smile right. God bless your heart. You don't smile right. Mouth goes left, eyes go wide, like a mule that heard a fright. Everybody laughs and says you don't smile right. At the fair in late September, by the kettle corn stand, he leaned in by the painted board with a sunflower in his hand. Tried to do that handsome thing, turned out half a pirate's face. I said, Kyle, baby, keep it true. That's your charm in every place. He said, Abuela, teach me how to look like I belong. I said, just think of beans and picnics and a little church song. You don't smile right. Yeah, you don't smile right. God bless your heart. You don't smile right. Mouth goes left, eyes go wide, like meticulous plan. And I wouldn't change one pixel, not for gold or day or night. 'Cause that crooked little grin of yours is what makes the whole thing right. You don't smile right. You don't smile right. Ah, bless your heart. You don't smile right. Mouth goes left, eyes go wide, like a mule that heard a fright. Everybody laughs and says you don't smile right. So come on, Kyle, one more try. Let that funny face shine bright. Ay, Mireille, you're perfect. You don't smile right.
Okay, everybody, that was you don't. That was Polaroid Kyle, written by AI. Every time she says "bless your heart," I lose it.
They're like, kind of.
Oh,
Let me
man.
read this again. When she was like, just think of beans and picnics. I was like, what?
That's what I'm saying. You never know what it's gonna actually say in these songs.
Uh,
Dude, that sounds looks like Reba.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
That's Reba McEntire
yeah.
all the way, and it's got a very. It's got a Texas feel to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%.
It's got the a little bit
Yeah.
polka effect in the going on in the background, which is strangely okay. So mariachi music and polka use the same time scheme. Like they
Mhm.
have the same rhythm.
Mhm.
So like polka and mariachi music actually go together and they use a lot of the same instruments too.
Mhm.
So when you had the cultural mixing of German immigrants into the hill country of Texas and the Mexican natives who lived there, they actually mixed really well. Like they just kind of got along. It's kind of interesting. There wasn't a lot of strife with those two groups mixing together and the music blended, and I don't know, it's kind of strange.
That song was strange.
Yeah.
But it was glorious.
Yeah.
And yeah, that song makes me think of the cultural mixing in South Texas.
Oh goodness, that was
Mac go left, eyes go
Yeah.
wide.
Oh, Kyle,
What does this
Vincent's gonna be
like a
singing
mule
all
that
night.
lost a fight?
What's that?
What does it say? It looks like a mule that lost a fight.
Oh, let me see if I have it pulled up.
It's was it looks like a mule that caught. Well, I thought it said like caught a fright.
Yeah, it's something about a mule that caught a fright. Yeah, because yeah,
A mule that lost a fight. Okay.
yeah. Well, hopefully your son enjoyed that.
They were giggling in the next room. I could hear
You
it.
know, I just hope that it brought a smile to someone's face they need to hear tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna bring many of giggles for sure.
My wife said it sounds like a good skipping song.
I know. We get 100 on Facebook, and I'll skip to this song through a freaking meadow, or whatever it is you want to call it.
Picnic.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny if we could get Kyle down here to make a music video to that, like our spin on a music video. Where we have Kyle like eating a can of beans on a picnic, and I'm trying to skip through a field.
Like, I wonder how hard it would be for us to try to reenact an AI music video in real life.
I'm not paying for the music video generator for songs. It's a little bit more expensive.
What I'm saying, like, how you said just had me sitting out in the field eating a can of beans. It's like that. That sounds like something that AI would just come up with. Like, God, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, it'd be great if we could get you here to actually do it. That would be hilarious.
Dude, get him
Yeah,
there.
but you gotta come up with a different bad smile for every single scene you're in. Like it can't be the same every time.
Oh, I really want to do this. I think that would be
Can
hilarious.
you cross your eyes?
Can I cross my eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be useful.
Okay.
Can you make him go like this? Like make him.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do the outward cross. No, I can't. I can't do that. I don't have that. I don't have that much control.
Oh, we have super glue.
So y'all want to hear a funny story about super glue? My brother, and this is actually involving the eyes. My brother, when he was little, he was climbing up on the counter of the kitchen, and there was a tube of super glue there. He hit it with his knee, and it shot super glue into his eye. And he super glued like the inside of his eyelid to his eyeball. And yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. It was terrible. I remember my mom explaining like how they got it open, and they had to like scrape the stuff off of his actual eyeball. Yeah.
Oh. You gotta give a warning to the audience before you start telling that stuff.
I said you want to hear something funny. That was warning.
Good enough. It's in the fine print. Good enough.
Yeah. Yep. Oh.
Yes, that was glorious.
Well,
can you send me the heavy metal one? Can you share that one to me?
Yeah, it might be tonight or it might be first thing in the morning. I've already exited out of it.
That's fine. Okay.
That's fine. Well, all right, guys. Let's get off here. Let's go spend some time with our families and our kids before they go to bed. So,
okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will be back again tomorrow at 7:30, and then we'll be back again Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be Facebook on the Grace Christian Fellowship page for our weekly podcast with our pastor Zach. So. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:30, but until then, adios.
Have a blessed night, everybody.
Bye-bye.